and then he brilliantly, you know, he goes into the amount of time that's left in this world.
What am I going to do in the next 16 years? What's the best thing I can do? Get ready to meet God. Owning real estate, going in business, teaching boxers, that won't get me to heaven. God is watching me. God don't praise me because I beat Joe Frazier. God don't care nothing about so make peace.
He goes into, you know, working for his afterlife. He sees those opportunities.
Because Allah has power of all things. If you believe in Him, nothing, even George Foreman, will look like a baby.
All the way into the end. You saw he was always, you know, someone who was always...
God don't look at our colors. Minds, hearts have no color. God look at our minds and our actions and our deeds. So we have white Muslims, brown Muslims, red Muslims, yellow Muslims, all colors.
You know, when he was asked, who's your bodyguard? Did you see that one?
Do you have a bodyguard?
He hears the secrets of those under quiet thoughts. He stops those who's that? That's God, Allah. He's my bodyguard. He's your bodyguard.
Yeah, it's Allah. Allah has my body. Allah is always with me.
Yeah.
I remember one quote. He said, I carry with me the matchbox all the time. And when my heart trying to slip to the scene, I put the fire on my palm and I feel this heat. And I say, I cannot even handle this. How I'm going to handle the hellfire? So this guy was brilliant. May Allah grant him the Jannah.
Ameen. And that's why he's still remembered to this day. So inshallah we can motivate some of the brothers who are out there who are courageous enough to get in a cage and octagon, even though, like you said, they're going against what's pleasing to Allah. But now, inshallah, they have the courage to, you know, leave it off. But while they're there, to actually help, to share, to help, to go ahead and to raise some awareness.
First of all, I want to say alhamdulillah, God gave me everything. Alhamdulillah. I know you got this, they don't like this. Alhamdulillah. First of all, I want to say alhamdulillah. You know, Allah always have better plan than we have. And tomorrow God have plan. Inshallah, doesn't matter what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go keep forward, keep going and make history, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Nobody take this title before is with Muslim have like more than billion people, you know. When come Ramadan, this is everything for me. I don't think about fight because I believe in one God. This is my religion. Religion for me number one. Sport is not for me number one.
For all the Khabib Nurmagomedov fans, this is a denizen of the Russian Republic of Dagestan. For all the MMA fans, he's an undefeated MMA fighter. And I'm going to go ahead and discuss some peculiar idiosyncrasies. You've seen him do it, some things he's done, some things he's said during some of his fights. So you can appreciate, I'm sure you will appreciate when you can connect it to something you're familiar with.
The winner by submission due to Kimura, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Now let's start off with what he's doing here. This is not just particular to him. You'll see many people who want to keep it humble and who are thankful and grateful. They point up, pointing up to the one up above the creation, up above the heavens and the universe, the one who created this whole universe, the galaxies, the seven seas, everything in this world. Isn't he not worthy of all praise and thanks? And that's what he's doing, because people become very arrogant, and this is something we have to be very, very careful of. And we can all take a lesson from this to keep it humble. To keep it humble. You cannot go wrong with keeping it humble. Arrogance will get you lost, will lose you friends. Who likes to be around arrogant people? And at the end, failure at the end. Why is he putting his face on the ground? What's he doing? Kissing the ground? But let me connect it, because the point was, if we can connect it to something that you are familiar with, someone who you're familiar with, you're probably going to appreciate it a lot more. You might even start doing it. And if something works, if it's going to
नबी जी हो करम की एक नजर।
I've had a very tumultuous kind of a life, a real roller coaster of a life. I was a musician, a pop star some years ago, and I've had some great years as a musician. But then after a while I started thinking as to what is the purpose of my life, you know, am I supposed to be doing this all my life? Fast cars, glamour, light, stage, is that what all I've come to do? And I started thinking, and I went through a transition.
मेरा गफलत में डूबा दिल बदल दे, खुदाया फजल फरमा दिल बदल दे।
At the end of the day, I'm a Muslim. And is this the reason why Allah has created me? Am I supposed to do all this? There was a conflict in my mind. And that conflict somehow took me away from this contemporary music.
ना कोई आप सा होगा, ना कोई आप जैसा था, कोई यूसुफ से पूछे मुस्तफा का हुस्न कैसा था, ज़मीनों आसमां में कोई भी मिसाल न मिली।
When I left music, the one thing that I always used to think was, oh Allah, I'm leaving music. Will I never get a crowd as big as this? Wallah, believe me, I've never had such big crowds since the time I've left music and started doing these nasheeds.
Muhammed ka roza kareeb aa raha hai, bulandi pe apna नसीब आ रहा है, फरिश्तों ये दे दो पैगाम उनको, खबर जाके दे दो उनको, फरिश्तों के खादिम तुम्हारा सईद आ रहा है, कि खादिम तुम्हारा सईद आ रहा है। मेरे साथ मदीना 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 बड़ा लुत्फ देता है नामे मदीना, मदीना 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 बड़ा लुत्फ देता है नामे मदीना।